Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, looking at a beautiful day today and tomorrow. 80, summer-like, mid-summer-like. I mean, really outrageous. And, sunburns can happen. And you know what the worst part is? You know, taking the dogs out now in the morning, you have the humidity is back, and the paws are wet from the humidity. It's going to be like the next 5 months of cleaning paws when they
I'm so
come
sorry,
back in.
but one dog is happy in your house today.
Oh, yeah. Charlie.
Tell me about the reunion.
Charlie is thrilled. I finally felt like a grandparent where I could say, here, take your kid back. Here you go.
It was fun while it lasted. They'll bring him again.
Your responsibility.
I'm sure Charlie went wild.
We love Charlie. Great dog. I've always said, and I continue to say, if we ever, for any reason, and I knock on wood that it never happens, Cande, but if we ever had to take care of Charlie for the rest of Charlie's life, we would. There's no debate. Charlie's living in this house. She will be treated like any one of my dog children. But man, it's good to have Charlie's parents back in town. You know?
Yes, welcome back.
They landed at about 1:30 or so yesterday afternoon. Got home, give or take, about 4 o'clock, and had a great time. Sat around most of the dinner time into the evening, hearing about their trip to Europe, their cruise.
Yeah, I love that. So we got to talk about that. Their favorite spot, what they loved. Was everything great?
They had an incredible time. One place was better than the next. It's hard to even say what was tops. I mean, they also spent 2 days in Rome when they got off the ship. You know, they disembarked and stayed at a hotel
Smart.
in Rome.
Yeah, I would do the same.
They said you could look out the hotel window and the Vatican was right there. It was right in the square.
Oh, that is fabulous. Got to do that one day.
Fancy hotel. The most interesting to me, because something I want to do if I ever get over there, is the Colosseum. And I saw a lot of pictures of the Colosseum and heard a lot about it. And, they said there, yes, you take for the excursion, you could take a bus, to the Colosseum. But they said that thing is so big. And the steps and the climbing, and if you're going to do like the full tour of the Colosseum, like, yeah, sure, you could just stand there or sit on a stone and wait for your family to come out, whatever. But if you're going to actually walk the Colosseum, they said you have no idea how much climbing and walking is in it.
That's what I heard about the Amalfi Coast as well. There were so many stairs, so much walking, they almost couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. I was actually surprised to see like a huge city and restaurants and shops surrounding the Colosseum. I mean, I guess I should have been smart enough to know that over the years, because it's a tourist area, they would build it up with restaurants and shops and stuff. But I always thought of the Colosseum as just being in the middle of nowhere. Like they drive you out to the Colosseum. I never really thought about the tourist aspect of it.
Right, which must be huge.
Yeah, hotels and restaurants and all. You can look outside the restaurant and the Colosseum's right across the street. It's like a bizarre thing. You got these new places and then this thing that is so old, So
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's interesting to see all the things. And they had a great time. They took a Viking cruise ship, not the river cruise that you see on TV. A lot of times when they show Viking on TV, they show that really small, like, river cruise boat, which I believe they took when they did Costa Rica, and they went down to the Dominican Republic many years ago. But this was like a regular-looking ship that held about 1,000 people. And
all right, that's more than enough.
Yeah, and I also, another interesting thing was that when they got off in Rome, it's almost like the cruise ships out there are almost like a city bus, let's say. So they pull up to Rome, they get off with some people, that's it, their trip's over. But a bunch of people stay on because they're like, yeah, we met a couple who's doing 3 months on the ship, and they're not getting off. And so, like, it doesn't just go back to Barcelona and then back to Rome. It'll then go to Turkey and Greece and all these different places. Like, you could do as many weeks and months as you want because it stops everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
So whereas, like, if we take our cruise out of Jersey in the summer, right? It's 7 days, Bahamas and back, and then basically everybody gets off the ship.
Aren't you tired of the Bahamas already?
No, listen. Look, I saw, the pictures of Barcelona and Rome and everything. Cande, my Coliseum is Coco Cay. I can't wait.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait. I have the same conversation with my sister, Amy. She's going to Alaska soon.
Yes, which I've heard is one of the best cruises ever.
Everybody loves Alaska. You never hear somebody say bad about it. The only thing is you got to fly out to, like, Seattle, Washington, or, fly out west first. But she's going, and I said, why don't you come hang out, go to the Caribbean with us? She says, no, I wanna sightsee. I wanna see glaciers, and I wanna
see something I haven't seen before.
Right. I'm good. I like, and especially, my kids, Elijah, still young. He's not traipsing through Europe. Like the earliest we could ever do this would be when Leah graduates high school. That would be the earliest that I could see this happening.
Well, you know what could happen? The kids could all be grown.
Yeah.
You and Dana take a nice cruise to Europe.
That's true, too. But I would like, if it's affordable enough, I'd like to give the kids the experience with us.
I understand, but if they're busy...
Yeah.
This would be a great way to rekindle your romance.
That's true. We can head off to Europe.
And if Dana doesn't want to go, I'll go in her place.
No problem. One king-size bed for me and Cande, please.
You stay on your side, I'll stay on mine.
That's great. Yeah, they had a great time. They stopped in a couple of French cities.
They're back safe and sound. It's great.
They're back. Everything's good. The flight was good. My mother-in-law did say the whole flight out to Barcelona, some kid was kicking her seat for 7 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have flipped out. Yeah. Anyway, so they had a great time, and they're back, and Charlie the dog is happy. And I'll tell you a funny thing. So, I'm doing the show from my basement, right? And I set up, and before we started the show this morning, I set up, I get ready, and Charlie walks over to me, does a nice big stretch. Now, she never gets up this early. She walks over, does a stretch, sits right next to me as if, hey, Phathead, I need to go outside. And what do you think I did, Cande?
Sweet. The dog wants to go out.
That's right. I said, hey, in-laws, your dog wants to go outside. Let's go. Come on, back to work.
Now,
Here
where
we
is
go.
the artist known as Tony? Is he here?
Yes, he took Charlie out a little while ago. Yeah. They were so exhausted.
I bet.
My father-in-law fell asleep on my living room couch yesterday about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, Cande. He's passed out on the couch. I thought you were going to say he
fell asleep with his head on your shoulder, and that would be interesting.
Yeah, they're working on Europe time right now. I don't know what's going on.
It's very different than our time.
Yeah, but all is well. They're back. They had a good time. Fantastic. Cande coming up at 7:30. Special song, Less Than an Hour to Your Bald and the Beautiful about 8:12. Got a beautiful day. It's not just summer-like. It's going to feel like midsummer, 80s in most of Long Island for the next couple of days. Let's hit the roads. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.